Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome on in. Hi, my name is Magic Bum Bun, and I'm so happy to have you here with me today as we talk about the next chapter of your life, this transformation. This is a timeless video, so it does not matter when you're watching this, if you're watching it right when it was posted, or weeks or months or even years later, okay? This is a timeless reading. Alright, so we will be discussing the current energy, the current vibes of the situation where you're at right now, and then moving into where you would desire to be, or perhaps challenges that might be preventing you from reaching this next chapter, this next form of transformation into your life. And following that will be things that can help you. There are lessons or things you need to surrender and let go. We will be using both tarot and oracle. We're going to start with some oracle. These are our three piles. We've got pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, or rather card 1, card 2, card 3. Okay, so at any point in this, if you would like to take a pause, you can even pause the screen here and meditate, take a few deep breaths, see which card you are being drawn to. These cards will set the theme for the reading. We're going to get more details when we bring out the tarot, and then more oracle cards, you know, things that you should surrender, should believe in yourself, maybe little fortunes and whatnot with the oracle cards I have in mind, actually. Okay, and once you've made your selection, you can go down to the description box below and you will see a timestamp. You'll see it say card 1, card 2, or card 3, and there'll be a timestamp next to it. All you have to do is click on that timestamp and it will fast forward you to your reading. Again, thank you so much for being here with me today, and I truly do hope this is something that is useful for you. So please make sure you let me know by dropping a comment down below, giving this video a thumbs up if you really did enjoy this style of reading, and of course, as always, subscribe to the channel if you like the vibes here. I'd love to have you. Okay, any other information like how to book a private reading with me, it will also be down in the description. And enough of all that stuff, let's get into your reading. I will see you in just a moment. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. Alright, I do have the tarot deck ready here for me to use. Let's start off this reading with a theme. Okay, we have Soul's Window. There we go. Soul's Window, listen to what speaks to your soul, purpose, passion, and truth. So this next transformation could be putting you potentially on your path, on your purpose, or bringing passions to life, or bringing truth to your awareness. And I say possibly because this is still a general reading, so you'll have to really think about what is your intuition telling you. That is the give and take of these style of readings. So of course, if you would like a more personalized reading, you can always book with me, and my link and everything will be down in the description below. Okay, so but otherwise, let's get into this. This is the Soul's Windows, listening to what speaks to your soul, having that moment of solace with your soul, seeing what it is that you truly desire and what you wish, and what the transformation that you see within yourself, within your soul, and finding your purpose and passion in life. What is the truth? Bearing it, bear it all. Okay, bear it out. I'm going to put this card now to the side, and we're going to bring in the tarot for some more details to find out what other information we need to know. From Spirit, from the Divine, from the Universe, from your guides. Let's talk about this new chapter in your life, this transformation. What is it that you need to know? What is blocking this transformation? Potentially, there might be nothing blocking. This might be very, very smooth. We'll find out. Or maybe there's just a few little hiccups in the road, but nothing to be really worried about. Okay, so it might be delays right off the bat. We're starting off, oh, you know what? I'm going to zoom out a little bit. There we go. Right away, we're starting with the 6 of Swords. It could be having an issue of moving forward or seeing the path ahead. You're blocked by having a lot of thoughts blocking your way. Like you can't see the good when like a lot of the bad is kind of standing still. Okay, then we have the 9 of Cups. This is actually the card of wishes. Do you even know what you truly are wishing for? And then we have a 10. Okay, and we have that in reverse. So this first row here is kind of giving us the current situation. You could be wishing for finances. You're wishing for financial security. You're wishing to get away from a situation, but you feel like you're constantly drawn back in. Do you really know what it is that you want? Is it what you truly desire, or is it what you think would make you happy? This could also be looking towards material needs versus community needs. Maybe more so you need support. You need someone who's willing to take the time out of their day versus giving you money. Now, money can solve a lot of problems, especially if you know how to use it, where to put it. You know, it helps meets your satisfaction, like meeting your emotional needs when your finances are handled. You can take care of things you're passionate about, working on your path, leading down towards a path, wishes and dreams that you wish you could go to if your finances are being met. Ooh, there we go. The World, 3 of Wands. Hold on, sorry, more cards are spilling. And Temperance. Okay, so where we want to be is in a world of completion. But also, I'm getting a lot of traveling vibes from this reading. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make everything fit in my camera. Let's zoom out even more. We're getting a lot of traveling vibes from this reading. You may be wanting to travel and see the world, maybe see the world from a new perspective. This window might actually be more of like, I'm seeing like someone on a plane looking through the window and wanting to see what else is out there, wanting to have that balance. So Temperance is also associated with the powers, or the signs, I should say, the sign, the energy of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a truth seeker and also a traveler. They would like to see things from a new perspective. An Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so a new idea. And on the bottom there is the King of Swords, our crowning card. Okay, so this is bringing us in communication. It's authority. It's having affirmations and being assertive and not being pushed. You know, this could bring a little bit of stubborn energy. The King of Swords is Aquarius energy. Aquarius is a fixed sign, so it brings in stability, but when people try to push your boundaries, you hold true. You don't let someone you're willing to have an intelligent conversation, which also brings in a bit of that Sagittarius energy, that Temperance energy, but with moderation and with pure logic. You know, sometimes you try to ration things out, they cannot be rationed because it's emotions. You need to be able to feel that. You can't explain it. It's trusting your intuition. So when we're talking about this new phase for you, some of you may really be wanting to travel, and you need to do it. You need to find a way to travel. Even if it is in a world of fantasy, it's giving your mind a break, and you're going to go delve into games or to books or entertainment, but it's trying to ground that also into reality. Maybe wanting to meet someone else that is, you can communicate with others from around the world. You need to see that. You need to speak that. Maybe what you want to do is you want to also communicate thoughts and dreams and your expertise to the world. You want to use social media to do that. We also have the 7 of Wands in reverse, and also the 7 of Swords upright. So, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm not sure if I pointed that out yet. So the Ace of Pentacles. So let's take this row by row. Again, this is more of like trying to see where your energy is now, and it's like you're trying to get away from a situation, you wanting to leave. Where you would like to be is in the world somewhere. This is about travel. These 2 cards alone are about traveling and seeing what else is out there and not settling. The 3 of Wands is about grounding energy, which may be having an issue with right now because maybe you don't have a direction for where you want to go. You may not even know where you would like to visit in the world, or it's too much, it's too many selections, and that's why we have Temperance coming in there. Like, it is a good balance. It is a good balance of being able to travel, but to take care of your health, to take care of your mind, your body. You know, also, this is also finding a job that you're at peace with this 10 of Pentacles up here, but then the Ace of Pentacles down here. This tells me someone who wants a new job. This transformation, and this could be something that's more attuned to your purpose in life. What is it that you wish you could do for work? Does it involve others that are connected in the world? It's a new form of communication. Perhaps you want to be a writer. You want to write write what it is that you see, but you feel like you need to defend yourself. You need to feel like, you know what, you haven't climbed the mountain just yet. You're still in the process of learning. Maybe you felt like someone has stolen your idea, like you wanted to do something, but someone else has stolen your idea and you're afraid of looking like a copycat. But it's instead of embracing yourself and your uniqueness, which is also a trait of Aquarius, it's embracing these unique thoughts that you have and this new opportunity that is before that might take a while, because Pentacles deal with seasons, they can deal with years. Pentacles are earth energy, it's grounding energy, but it's something that can last for a long time. It might take a while for this, trying to learn this new form of communication, but it is a great start and it is a great idea. You just need to communicate it and share it with the world as well. And this could also just be your world, your inner world. You need to speak to yourself. You need to realize that you're going to put your own twist into it. And I was bringing that up before, is Aquarius energy. Aquarius see things in a new light, or they say things as they are. Like that's the why with the King of Swords, it's very analytical at some points, but they embrace that what they view may be viewed as weird by others, but that is your unique take on it. And that's what we see here with this new phase. It's your new spin on things, this new idea you have, this new purpose that you want to do. It is the way that you view it, and that's what you want to do. Okay, and we're going to keep touching base with the tarot, but I am going to bring in some oracle cards. That's why I'm moving everybody over right now. I'm just definitely getting this. You see the world differently. You see the world, you see the truth, you see how things could go. Someone else may have had this, or it's an opportunity you constantly are kind of looking for. Like, what I mean, like, when I'm seeing, like, the Seven of Swords who are constantly looking at this Ace of Pentacles, it's like someone who has guilt, or it's not guilt, it's regret. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. You've got regret that you didn't start this idea sooner, that you could have been seeing like success from this, especially if you're coming from a place where you're just wishing about success versus taking action on success. And this action may come from a place of communication. It's a mentorship. It's, gaining more information as well. Between both the Pentacles and this King of Swords, it's about gaining more information about what it is that you want to learn. And this information could be from, from the internet, like heavily sourced. Like you just don't fall for things. You're not gullible. You're willing to double check your work. You're willing to find the source. You're willing to do more research, go to the library and learn new things as well. Okay. What do you need to surrender in order to embrace this new chapter? In order to embrace these passions and to find your true purpose? What is it that you need to surrender? Okay. We'll do this one at a time. The first one that came out of here was surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. This speaks to the Seven of Wands card very, very strongly, because the Seven of Wands is the person is defending themselves. They're defending their energy, and they're trying to show like they feel like they need to prove to themselves, to the world as well, needing to prove themselves to the world that they belong here, that what they want to do is true. It is passion. It is something that you've worked hard for, that you know what you're doing. No matter, like, you always will encounter new problems that you're like, I'm not sure how to deal with this, but you'll find a way to do so. You're a great communicator, whether it's being an author, it's, something that deals with communication, like video, a podcast, that's what I'm trying to say, like anything that could be oral or written down, like it works for you. Also, this can also be connected if you have family members who have disagreed with you, they disagreed with your wishes. You're maybe in a current place where you're talking to somebody and they are jealous. I'm getting the feeling like someone might be very jealous, or be like, no, that's impossible. You can't do that. And it's like why you feel like you need to defend it and why your ideas might have been stolen. It may have not been the actual ideas. They may have stolen your passion, your energy towards this. You know, whether they're talking down to you. And that's why we're having like the Temperance card come in here as well. It's like having this also with Temperance is also like a healing. It's also like, moderation. It's like, you know, you take this, you're like, okay, this is what you said, and all right, I've seen it from your point of view. I'm going to move on. I'm going to find more research. I'm going to do this on my own if I have to. I'm going to go on this journey by myself if I have to, and I will hold no fear in that. We have surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decision. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you've chosen the right path. It kind of like just duplicates exactly what I just said for this. And also like trust and truth, you know, truth into yourself, passion for yourself, you know, giving yourself this grace in order to make mistakes and realize you're not going to get it perfect, but you wished for this and now you're acting on it as well. Like, don't have fear of this. Don't constantly look back towards things that maybe you've left behind, thoughts, like leave them in the past. You're moving towards your future. Surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Now, this is a card that I think more or so speaks in this moment. So that could mean right now, pause the video, take a few deep breaths and surrender your stress and just relax. Just listen to the rest of the reading. Don't think too much on this right now. It is so much easier just to say surrender stress. Like just don't have stress. You're fine. It could be more of it's more about like surrendering stress in the moment so you can have those deep breaths before you get back on it, especially if your mind is very heavy right now. If your mind is like trying to push you towards a completion, it's trying to push you towards finding a solution when it's just not present for you right now. That doesn't mean it won't be later. If you try to push it too much, it ends up hurting you. Now, the World card is also associated with Saturn energy, and think of it as like right here, like a ring of Saturn. I know this is the Six of Swords, but typically you would see like we have the globe, which is like the world. You've got the candle. There would be like a wreath or just a circle all around the person in the middle here. And we're kind of seeing a lot of these circles being present on all the different cards. It is boundaries. It's knowing your limitations, but also not letting other people have access to you. It is having boundaries. It's knowing when to say no. It's knowing when to walk away. It's knowing when you know you have to get away from a situation to the best of your ability, a stressful situation, or knowing you can't talk about this topic with a certain person anymore. They're not the right community for you. They're not, this could be more of like, it could be a good friend. It could be a family member. It could be, you know, someone that you did look up to, but why they don't agree with you. You know, they could be looking out for your best interest. They don't mean anything malicious, but they're not saying it. Like, they're not offering anything in return, just no. And it's like, well, what is something, what can we compromise with? And this is where we're having that toxic relationship needing to put it to an end. And this can also be for yourself. If this is self-critical thoughts that you're giving to yourself of why you can't do something. Like, well, this went bad in the past. You know, in the past I've messed up. So I'm no longer going to do anything that's, you know, related to my soul's purpose, anything I'm passionate about. I'm just going to forget about it. And it's like, don't do that. That's where we see that moderation is key here. It's like you don't have to put your all in. You can put a little bit at a time, work at it as you go. This is something that is going to take some time for this next chapter of your life, you know, but it'll be worth it at the end. All right, let me grab these cards right here. Let's find out any other details, any other actions. Maybe more you need to know about yourself. Honestly, I just feel like for the next chapter, for a lot of you, there is movement, physical movement. Physical. Some of you might be moving away from family. And it could be stressing you out too, especially those, you know, it's a stress. I mean, moving in general is a stressful situation. But this could be the next phase of your life that you just, you know, this is new opportunities though. Opportunities lie elsewhere. That's why you can't look towards your past anymore. Ooh, those are about to all flip up. Okay, wait, we got one. Shark, swim away from the situation. More about traveling, more about moving, needing to leave a situation. That's straight on point with this reading, you know, and we're seeing more water elements into here, just like in that Six of Swords. I mean, you can see it. You know, moving away from drama, moving away from unsteady waters. Also, maybe moving away from this is an unhealthy relationship with the person here. We have thorns. Weave together the crowns you deserve. And we're just talking about that, like the crowns. There's usually something that's all around here. And it's weaving together the crowns you deserve. This is about giving you that grace that you deserve. Again. Ooh. Okay, put this one right here. This is also knowing your worth and not settling for less. Okay, don't let your dreams die because you're settling for something that doesn't suit you. And then we have library. Take control of your own narrative. You are no longer going to allow, and this seems like extreme because it is a lot easier, depending on your situation, a lot easier said than done to say pack up and leave. You have to gather money. You have to know where you're going. There could be children involved. There could be other family involved. You know, you may not have anywhere to go. And it's like, that's okay. Don't try to take it all on at once. And that's why we have, like, you know, don't worry, don't have stress. Take things step by step. What is the logic and reason in this? What is the pre-planning you can see for the future? What is it that you need now? You need a source of income. Where can you get that income? Where can you travel to get that income? What information can you gather for free online, you know, to learn a new skill in order so that you can leave the situation, so you can be set on your soul's path? You know, is this something as simple as you're not allowing people to speak behind your back anymore? You know, like, or it's because you're walking away from a situation of someone who always constantly talked down to you, made you feel like you were beneath them. They would come to you in a way of like authority and power. You know, you listen to them, otherwise you look stupid. And it's like, you know, that fear may be like, well, I don't want to do that, or I don't want to, you know, I don't want to appear stupid to others, so you only listen to one person. This is about that form of liberation, is that also you're becoming aware of it. This is the truth that will be shown to you. No more illusions. You'll be aware of this. Okay. Let's see about any little tea leaves, and then we're going to end this with an affirmation. Okay. We have a younger woman, dealing or relationships with a younger woman. This can be, as we see, there are a lot of younger women that are pictured in these cards here. This could be dealing with a younger woman. This could be, like I said, I was just talking about this. The younger woman could be about a child. Like I said, it's harder to pick up and go with a child. Or you might feel very naive and childlike. So it's like gathering the sources that you can. This could just be about a partner. This could be in reflection to some of you out there. You may, whoever you thought of when I said this card, think on that. Truly meditate with that. If this is you in the situation, if you felt like this is a relation to yourself, ask about this relationship that you have with yourself. Are you toxic to yourself? Do you tell yourself lies, you know, to prevent you from trying to grow and transform? Do you give yourself excuses and do not look for any form of solutions? You just accept things as they are and try not to make any changes. Okay, we have feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. It could be a reference to this young woman. Like I said, there's someone in here. For you, card number 1, pile number 1, there's someone here. And this may not actually mean a woman, but someone who has this type of energy within them. And they're just undependable and insincere. So don't trust them. Especially, like I said, there could be jealousy here. I do feel some jealousy in the background. And then we have older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. This can be family members. It could be a younger sister or a younger sibling, I should say. an older man, an older father-like figure, or parental figure, a grandparent perhaps, you know, that it might be coming into here. We were talking about that family, that domesticated life right there with like your community. There could be there that's manipulating the situation, and that's why, you know, you're getting this, because they're insincere. They're trying to control you from the shadows, if that's it, or just use any form of manipulation. Like I said, you could be one or the other in this situation, so look to it if you relate more with the older man energy, and you know, you're dealing with a younger woman, maybe this is, or, you know, from the younger woman versus dealing with the older man. Like I said, or it's not you represented in this at all. It's just, like I said, family members. It's other people that are around you. This also could be with that temperance card. Temperance brings in work and such. This could be dealing with people in your workforce. Okay? All right. We are going to end this reading with an affirmation for you. An affirmation to usher in this change. I'm also getting the feeling like it could be one of these characters that maybe have stolen something from you. It's very peculiar. We have two. It could not just be one or the other. It could be both. It's peculiar. We have two right here. Two swords that were left behind that you're constantly looking back at. Okay. I know there was a lot there, so we're going to keep going. Oh, leave that there. Okay. So we have, I am surrounded by abundance, something that you need to tell yourself in order to move forward with this new chapter. I'm trying to see if my camera will be nice and focus in on it, in case you would like to screenshot it. I am surrounded by abundance. And on the back, wealth is the ability to fully experience life. True for that, especially if you want to see what else is out there in the world. You need to work on your own abundance, staying in your own lane, like not needing to prove it to anybody else. Don't need to listen to critiques until you're willing to go out and listen to critiques. You know, you're going to take control of the narrative. You're going to take control of your own story. You're going to let your truth be known. This is your magic. This is how you're going to take control of the situation. You're going to cut those toxic ties so that you can be more open to this new change in your life, okay? Thank you so much, pile number one. Please let me know what you thought of this reading. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And thank you again for being here. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like the reading. Share it with a friend. Share it on your socials if that's the case. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you again, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Hello, card number 2, or pile number 2 if you prefer, and welcome to your reading. Here are the cards. Let us start with the card that will set the theme, set the mood, and then we'll bring in more details with the tarot. All right, we've got Ancient Ruins, and the card went out of focus, of course. Ancient Ruins, build a castle from the ruins. Devastation, loss, and old wounds. So this is a very deep transformation for you, pile number 2. This transformation definitely deals with having to rebuild, letting go of the past, being able to look towards the future, obviously, because you want to see like what this transformation is, what is heading your way, which we'll get in more details with the tarot there. You may be going through some devastation and loss. I'm going to put that card to the side. And we'll touch base with it as we continue on with your reading to find out what Spirit has to tell you, what the divine has to tell you, the universe, your ancestors, for all those who are coming across this video, what is it that you need to know about this next chapter of your life? What will come from this loss and devastation? What can you build from this ruin? Like, what did you need to learn from this? Why did this destruction happen? And what do you have to look forward to because of it? Okay. Get back over here. There we go. Ooh, okay. This first row here is going to discuss more of like your current energy, the current energy that is surrounding you. We're talking about right now self-satisfaction. The 9 of Pentacles is someone who like has things in order, has their money in order, but they may be alone, but it's like they're okay with that. They rather be alone by themselves than in bad company, okay? And then we have the 2 of Wands, wanting to see what else is out there. What is it that you have learned and the energy that you have grounded, or that you're, you might be kind of bored as well. Ooh, okay, so we're seeing some, oh, okay. And then we got the 10 of Swords. Okay, so something needs to come to an end. There is a form of boredom here. Okay, it's like everything around you also may seem perfect, may seem like you got things in order, but this could also be like what the world sees and not what's actually going on behind the scenes. There is a cycle that is coming to an end that you cannot wait for it. We can't wait. Actually, this card is kind of pretty much just like this one. This is loss. This is devastation. This is old wounds that need to be addressed so that you can that you can get through your hurt and then start healing. This next row is going to discuss more about like where it is you would like to be. Okay, we got the Magician. That's a great card. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. So we're seeing a little bit of challenges here with being consistent. The Knight of Pentacles is one of the most hard-working cards in the tarot, and the Magician brings in, I think someone's like creating illusions for you. It's interesting too because we have like the stars with this 9 card and the rainbow, and it's like it continues on down here. Here's, oh, and also actually continues this way. Different color stars, but it's still like this pattern, which I think is very, very interesting to see all these cards really connect for this reading. Okay. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. So it's kind of like I'm also getting the feeling that what you have isn't enough. It isn't enough. You want to learn to invest your money better, but you don't know how to do that. You're seeing the bigger picture, but you're not seeing how exactly to go about that with your day-to-day tasks. You have the ambition, you have the will and the energy to do so, but mentally you might be having blocks that way. Like the swords can't be the swords we see here, like with the Magician card, is maybe your lack of resources. You don't know how to, you don't have the thoughts, you don't know what it is you're supposed to do next. You just know that this is like the King of Pentacles is where it's at. The Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles brings us Taurus energy. The Knight of Pentacles brings us Virgo energy. This is the planning card. This is being getting into the details of everything, whereas the King of Pentacles, the Taurus energy, is more of like we work enough to be comfortable. And we also need to be aware of our blessings as well. Let's get our last 2 cards. This is the row that can help, that kind of like tell you how to help you get to this point. How do you get more abundance? How do you create? How do you get your thoughts under control? First up, we have even right here is the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. This could be giving too much of your time and energy away to others, like trying to help others build when you yourself need to take time and energy for yourself. And then we have the 7 of Cups. We have illusions, needing to be cleared of illusions, needing to find the right path, needing to also be open-minded and seeing all these different opportunities and actually weeding through them to see which ones you actually want to stick with, which one bring you joy, which one bring you happiness, what would you like to work on the most. If someone's like, you have to work on this for like, months at a time, what could you do for months at a time? and the Ace of Swords. And then, interesting enough, on the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands in reverse. So aces bring in new beginnings. Even though we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, and this is our crowning card, this is like the overall energy flow behind each of these cards here. The Ace of Wands says, you know what, you're directing a lot of this energy outwards when you need to bring it back inwards to kind of get things into balance. Like I said, you could be helping others more than helping yourself, and it's not because you're trying to be like, you know, selfish in a way. It's just more of like, you can't help others if you are being drained of your own energy. This could just be someone who's like taking your resources, they're taking your energies. We see with these 3 cards being present here, they could be taking your money as well. You know, it's not being freely given. Like maybe you help them once and they're constantly like asking for more, and it's like you need to put an end to that situation. It is having that maturity as well, with that King of Pentacles bringing into there, seeing the bigger picture and all of it all. And then the Ace of Swords is a new thought. It's kind of like, I'm seeing someone who's taking a deep breath. Like, so after we have the 10 of Swords, we're restarting the cycle back to the Ace of Swords. We're starting with one thought, one direction, and we're pointing it outwards. We're no longer pointing it towards ourselves. You know, we're becoming more in sync with our thoughts and understanding where we want our thoughts to lead. This is having a new perspective, a new idea that you can't wait to work on. Again, we've got Mercury, so this is about communication. This also relates to particularly both Gemini and Virgo energy. Now, I bring that up because, like I said, this card relates to Virgo energy, the Knight of how I rate it. Technically, between the Knight and the King, it can relate to Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus energy. But how I read cards is just I attune Virgo and Taurus energy. So we're seeing a situation with daily planning, keeping with daily tasks. Maybe you need to write things down. Virgos are very good planners. They're specific with things that need to get done. They know how to plan, and maybe that is your weakest spot. And this is why you're kind of building from these ruins. This could also be like a bit of a financial loss, and you're trying to rebuild that. You're trying to see what went wrong. Where did you put your time and energy in wrong, and how can you go back and fix it? And you may be having an issue because you're looking too closely at the details versus the bigger picture as well, with that King of Pentacles. Kind of like these two are not seeing eye to eye. They're not seeing things clearly. They're not working with each other to see this abundance. Also, the King of Pentacles is very much so about community and building community. You could be coming through, like, it's okay to be independent, wanting to see things differently and wanting to be on your own, travel on your own, but it could be like that's a lot of work, and you need to be able to delegate things. You need to be able to talk to people. You need to be able to address people, you know, and have your concerns heard by someone, or just being able to have fun. Another thing too with this Knight of Pentacles in reverse is someone who may not be having a lot of fun. You're just creating work. So when something else catches your attention that looks like fun, it becomes overwhelming. And this is when you might be feeling burnt out because you're not taking time just to relax, spending with time with friends, that it's no give and take. It's just going out to have fun. You know, you're there for a good time. Okay, so we're going to keep touching base with the tarot, but I am going to bring in some more oracle. So I'm moving everybody over. We'll keep touching base. Also, it could be argued that with this Virgo energy here, that maybe instead of like oral types of communication, you need to do pen to paper or type it out. You need to be able to write it out and see it to better understand it and see where you're pouring this energy from, and where like writing it out might really help you out for this transformation of where you would like to see, where you're going to rebuild areas of your life. It definitely seems like with this, it's not super focused with prosperity as it is boundaries and a mental realm. Okay. Maybe something like, definitely because we were seeing someone hold the world in their hands here. Something kind of like, and we have the King of Pentacles right here in the middle upside down. It's like something that you've learned turned your world upside down, and you're learning to cope with that new information. You're trying to sit with it, meditate with it, understand it. You might be having difficulties doing that. But let us find out What is it that you need to surrender? What is it that you need to surrender, to let go of, for this transformation to take place? First one. Surrender to miracles is our first one. Okay. Let's start with the first one, then we'll get to these other two. Okay, we have surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubts that miracles can happen. This could be the miracle of a situation coming to an end. You may not view it as a miracle. You may be very skeptical about it, but it's like, allow it to happen. Allow this change and transformation to happen and realize it is for your benefit. Then we have surrender fear. Surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. We're definitely seeing that. Like I said, we're starting with all these swords here in our back. We might be having painful backs, and we're restarting at the first stage, and it's okay. It may feel a little overwhelming at first, but you can take things one step at a time. Definitely also kind of getting the vibe here that it's okay. Again, I might have said this before too. It's okay to have independence, but we're also seeing someone who is striving for a community. And this is where you need to have fun. Okay, like you need to have a good time. Surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Again, this is definitely in reference to a lot of these thoughts that are clogging your mind. This is what I'm saying, this might be the blockage that you're having is more of your thoughts. You don't think it can get any better than what it is now. This is what you're settling for, and spirit and the divine are nope, there's more miracles heading your way. Please try to take a better aware of your thoughts. I know it's really easy, especially for these cards, to say surrender negative thinking. It is so easy for them to say that. It's more about being aware of when you say that, and can you replace that with a different thought if you're becoming more aware of it. Do you need to add more affirmations to your daily routine? Do you need to have affirmations around your house? Put them on post-it notes. We're talking about written stuff. Maybe you need to write them and put them in different areas of your house that you'll see. You can get affirmations written on cups, different affirmations on different cups. As you can see, there's a lot of cool imagery here. Maybe someone that connects with you can find a cup in those colors or that has those images, and every time, sorry, that's my dog. And every time you see, what was I saying? Hold on. Okay, sorry for that mini little interruption. I just want to mute my mic while he finished his barking scenario. But I was saying, so you're going to get affirmations. So every time you have that cup of water, tea, coffee in the morning, you're drinking in that affirmation to start your day, right? Or whenever it is. Your day, your night, whenever you feel attuned to that. All right, what other little bits of information do you need to know? Apparently, Guinness really wants to speak to you, pile number 2. Very interesting. Usually he comes in for pile number 3. Don't know why, but today it's pile number 2. He says hi and to believe in yourself. All right. Our first card is Flower. Be honest with yourself. What lies are you telling yourself? You have to be truthful. You're breaking through these illusions. You're breaking through, do you tell yourself this so you don't feel bad about, if you're not doing more, and it's you coddle yourself a little too much, that you have to be honest with yourself, but you're taking it one step at a time. Like I said, also these negative thoughts. Are you telling yourself this, but it's not true? Okay. The thought just came to me that for some of you, I'm just getting this thought ringing through my head. For some of you, don't lose the thought. It's you're cutting out community because you don't want rejection. So you cut out community so that it's like you have no, there's no fear if you're already by yourself. You know what I mean? Like, if you stay in solitude and you stay just with your things and just your spirit guide, just like, I'm just looking at this little spirit guide right here with your deities, it's like you then don't hurt yourself because you're cut off from other messages. You know what I mean? We have Tower, unplug and relax for a spell. Just literally talking about this. You need to go and have some fun. You need to be able to do things. You can do this on your own first, but maybe in this scenario, someone looks like they're doing, I would assume this is yoga. Or, you can do stretching or join a little class that maybe this can help you bring you closer to community, because you're doing something that you kind of been interested in, that you might like, that might help you draw your energy and your power back to you. And then we have dragons, slay them all. These are your fears. These are your thoughts. Think of these dragons as all of these swords, and you're taking upon your sword. This also has been said, the sword of Excalibur. It is your truth. It is what you're going to do to slay these thoughts and these demons that are haunting you, haunting your dreams, so that you can, work on them. You can be aware of them so that you can banish them, and then, it can bring back, I would say, like, some hope, so like where you're heading towards. This transformation, like I said, might be very deep and heavy for some of you there, where it's like someone always putting putting it up of everything's fine, and honestly, they actually need people to talk to. You need a mentor. You need to be able to talk to someone, even if it's seeking and getting professional help. Okay, so let's see what little bits. Okay, that's all 3 of them. Perfect. All right, we've got victory in some endeavors. Oh, there we go. Victory in some endeavor, victory in slaying your dragons, in slaying your, in slaying these thoughts. Like, this is what's leading towards your future in this transformation. You will get through this. And another thing to point out here too, besides the magician, we have a lot of, it's the only major arcana, which means there's not a lot of outside forces. This is a lot of things that are under your own control, things that you can be aware of, that you have access directly, that no one else can come in and really influence in there, now that you're aware of it. We have rat, someone working against you behind your back. Always be cautious of someone working against you, or like I said, with also, I don't think I did say this. The magician in reverse has trickster type of energy. It is someone who's trying to manipulate a situation, using like their words, communication, trying to see if you're gullible or not, and you're becoming aware. You're breaking down these illusions, and you're cutting through this and finding the truth behind it. This could be someone that's close to you in your community, and that's why we're seeing like this pain. This could be also someone manipulating the situation that we're talking about from the past here, that you're now, this is why we're seeing like this pain. Like, thankfully it's over and you can move on to bigger, better things. And then we have the sun, happiness and well-being. That is beautiful. That is absolutely wonderful to see that. It's going to be like a new day shining in on you. You may not have all the answers now, but what it is that you're going to build from these ruins, these shambles that are your life during this transformation, because it could be a very hard transformation for some of you to be going through, but it's like step by step, day by day, things are going to get better. And I know that's kind of very general. I will also say this is a general reading, so that's the give and take in these things. If you would like to ask this sort of question, you can always book a private reading with me. A little self-promo in the middle of your reading, okay? Yeah. And you're going to pull an affirmation that will send you off on your way. This is the last part of your reading. And we're going to send an affirmation your way that you can use for this transformation that you need to hear right now. Let's see. I'm also getting like the energy of like, if you can take that break, relax, draw your energy back in, act like intently. Like, this is with intent. This is not, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, you know what? I rest on Sundays. Like, are you doing activities? Have you planned activities out that will, like, you're scheduling in? I am going to read. I am going to sleep for this many hours. I am going to write in my journal between this time and this time. Getting so specific so that you know what it is that you need to do, versus just, like, leaving it up to chance, Okay, we had a card flip out this time. Here's your affirmation. I wake up today with strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. And on the back, don't wait for the right opportunity, create it. Beautiful, wonderful. This is your creation. Your next transformation is coming with creativity. It is creation. It is cutting through these illusions so that you can be set on your right path and start rebuilding again, something that is a better for you. It is a new world for you to explore. Thank you so much for being here, pile or card number 2. I truly do appreciate it. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If you have anything to say, you want to talk about it, you would like to let me know if it resonated with you at all, please drop me a comment down below. I love to read the comments. And, share it with a friend, share it on the socials, all that good stuff. And of course, if you like my style of reading, please subscribe to the channel. Anything truly helps. And I'm so happy I was able to do this for you. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Hello, card number 3, and welcome to your reading. Here we have the theme of your reading, then we'll bring in tarot and then more oracle following. Okay, so here we have is a life laundromat. Choose your own destiny, choices, destiny, and consequences. So someone here is really trying, the group here is really trying to take control of this transformation. You do not want other people to force you on a path. You don't want the universe to get involved. This is more about you wanting to take control of your own destiny based on the choices that you are going to make. Maybe we'll learn a bit more about these choices that will be in front of you that maybe you can take a look at now. We'll find more details out about this as we bring in the tarot. Let us ask Spirit what it is that you need to know. Let us ask the universe what it is that you need to know. For some of you, maybe coming a message in from your ancestors. Let us find out what it is that you need to know about your transformation, about this new chapter in your life, this new destiny that is befallen upon you, the choices that you would like to make. Is there anything stopping you from making these choices? Is it a mental block? Is it an emotional? Is it energy? Is it a financial reason? What is it that you can do? Or even let go of in order to make this transformation more easier, I would say. Like, make it more, not appealing, just make the transformation go more smoothly is what I meant to say. Okay. The Guru, which is the Hierophant in reverse, it brings in Taurus energy. And then we have Strength, which brings in Leo energy. Very, very interesting. We're seeing an unconventional route. Now, this first row is going to talk about like where your energy is now. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Now I relate the Knight of Pentacles particularly to Virgo energy, but it could also be related to Taurus and Capricorn. But I'm going to read it with Virgo in mind, the attributes and the energy of Virgo. That's what I mean when I bring up like Virgo energy, Leo energy, and Taurus energy. Taurus is fixed and stable. Same actually, yeah, not all 3. Just the first 2. Leo is another fixed sign. We could be seeing this, and since we have it in reverse, it's like stability is an issue. The information is not there, or the information that you have are making things seem worse than what they really are. We have the Page of Cups being present, the keeper of all the water signs, of water energy, of water magic, of intuition and psychic abilities. Now this row, and we will discuss each of these rows as we keep going. This row here is about where it is that you would like to be or you desire. And I know you're like, why would I desire the 10 of Wands? Like, why? No. This is because you're becoming aware of responsibilities that you hold and that you're wanting to release. Ooh, we have another Knight, a Knight of Swords. Okay, so right away we're seeing a pattern of like between the Knights. It's like you're taking things very steady, very controlled, very much disciplined. But the Knight of Swords is like, let's hurry this up. let's hurry this up. And we also have that Knight coming in to be like, we're slashing down some of those wands. You don't need to hold on to that. You know, you can communicate and delegate and understand like where, you know, where it is you need to drop those wands. You don't need to bring all of them home with you. You don't need it. Someone is like shouting, you don't need this, you know, but you might have fears that are holding you back. You're like, no, I need to hold on to all this stuff. And it's like these fears are like what's actually holding you back. The Two of Swords, needing to make a decision and sticking with it, understanding and trusting your intuition that you are making the best choices that you possibly can. And, you know, it relates very positively to the choices that are, you know, dealing with the consequences later. That it's consequences that, you know, you can only see so much into the future and see, like, with the path. Like, the Virgo energy, it's like someone here who's really contemplating things, trying to gather all the information in the conventional, unconventional way. And I say that because the Guru being in reverse is like your own teacher, but also dealing with the occult. You might be turning to a lot of divination, either divination practices. Oh, and then we have a lot of pentacles. Are we missing anybody? Well, we have a cup there. And then we have another pentacle. The Four of Pentacles in reverse is our crowning card. Okay, so yeah, there is a lot of energy here. A lot of like steady energy, and we want something that's more quick. We want things that are not going to take a long time, especially because we have, particularly in the middle here, two cards of fire and air that are quick to burn. But we don't want burnout. Another thing to mention is we have another court card. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And I relate the Queen of Pentacles with Capricorn energy. Again, it could also mean Taurus and Virgo, which we already see that being present here between Taurus and Virgo. But we're bringing in what I consider Capricorn. We have all of the earth signs. You may have a lot of earth placements in your chart, in your if you know astrology, if you know your chart, would look into that as well. Maybe astrology is what's calling to you as the like if you would think an occult, or you know, something that isn't conventional, that other people don't consider conventional. You may actually want to look to the stars to help you. And we see with this, with the Page of Cups, the stars shining brightly, that's astrology, that is intuition. And I'm not sure if you can hear my dog, who may start barking. I don't know if you heard his little growl. He already made an appearance in pile number 2, so we will see if he will make a full-on appearance for pile number 3, or card 2 and card 3. So just a heads up, I might have to mute my mic at some point just so he can let it all out. Okay, so back to your reading. So we're seeing this taking charge, but also there's caution with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords bring caution in the sense of they're ready to act. They want someone who knows what they want to do and ready, like you give them like, okay, this is what you need to do. You hand it over. Good, done. Consider it done. I'm going to go take care of those problems. I want to do this. But we're seeing also needing to take that time to sit and really deliberate, to make sure you're not taking things and doing things foolishly, okay, but not sitting on them for too long. Turning this over so you can see this Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is inviting you to also look at what it is that you want to grow. What do you want to manifest? What do you want to start from in the beginning and see be prosperous? You know, and really deliberate on your choices, but understand these choices that you're making, you're doing with the best intent that you can do. You can only foresee for so much. You need to be confident in your selection, and you're willing to take on those consequences as well, you know. And that's why we're seeing like someone who is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse is someone who is seeking self-satisfaction. Someone who wants to be satisfied with their decisions and with their destiny and on the path that they're going to put themselves here. But one thing to note is that you think that outside forces are influencing your decisions with these two major arcana being present here. Like, it could just be a feeling that you have, or you feel like outside forces in the world are working potentially against you or going to set you up for failure, you know. And it's like, in reality, all of these decisions are on your own. These are things that you can change. You can be set on this one path and realize, you know what, I need to change direction. I need to do it quickly. That's fine. Boom, I can do that. I can go down this path and realize this is not the one for me. Let me turn this around right now and get us back to where we're going. This Four of Pentacles as well is setting up protection for yourself, seeing things clearly, keeping your heart, your emotions covered, but realizing you could also be doing this too tightly, where you actually entrap yourself into having to be forced to make no decision, so then you do not take control of your life because you're too obsessed with the results versus the journey. Okay, and this journey is something where I see a lot of people wanting to trust their intuition, wanting to have financial bliss, wanting to sit in abundance and prosperity. I mean, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to be having all of their needs to be met so that they can focus on passions? And it's coming from a place of like, I feel like someone who hits rock bottom and has nowhere else to go but up. You're like, you're done with this. You are fed up with this, you know, and this is where it's going to come into the change of like, you've taken your time, you've made the plans, and it's like, don't try to rush into something without fully thinking it through in the first place. You know, like, you want to make these decisions. If you know already, you've already been over this so many times, just make the decision. That's when you can just go, because maybe there is no right way. Like, you're going to get the consequences of one. You know what the other path can lie into as well. It's fine. You can switch it up later. Like, it's fine. It's good. You know, this is the unconventional route you're going to go into. Now we're going to bring in some more Oracle. That's why I'm moving everything over right now. We'll touch base still with the Tarot, which is why I'm leaving the Tarot out. But we need to make that space for more Oracle cards to come out over here. First, we're going to bring up what it is that you need to surrender. What do you need to let go of for this transformation to take hold of you? Hold on, I'm missing a card. There we go. The Queen of Pentacles also brings in taking care of your body, nurturing yourself, not letting one area of your life, like not letting business take over pleasure. This is taking care of your senses, having a comfortable environment, you know, cleaning your room, cleaning your space, cleaning your workspace in particular, you know. And I also got the thought, someone here, and maybe I want to, it could totally be it, I will gladly admit that, but between the Page of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles and that Knight of Swords, it's just like, and also the hotness of those wands, I get the thing, someone needs to drink some tea. Really random message, but drinking some tea might be really good for you, like nurturing your voice, some tea with some honey if you like tea. Just something that can comfort your voice. Okay, what is it that you need to surrender? And I said voice because the Knight of Swords is like a form of communication. Okay, we've got one card. We need two more. One more. Also, you could be looking for a sign. You're not trusting your intuition enough, where you're looking for a sign, a message about what path to take. And with this card, this intuition, you need to trust also your inner voice as well. Okay, we're going to go through these cards. 1, 2, 3. The first card here we have is Surrender Worry. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body, focus on the power of your heart, and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. I know, easier said than done. It is so easy for a card to say, like, just don't worry, just don't have anxiety, you know, like if it was only so easy, right? This is more about worrying so much about things that, like, the decision you need to make, the choices that you want to make, like you're doing it with the best and the knowledge, the most knowledge that you have, with the best intent, with the good of your heart. You're not doing it to be malicious and to hurt yourself. So if you make a mistake, it is okay. You can go back and change things. You can make an effort to go down a different path. Don't worry too much about that part of the situation, is more how I read this card and relate it to here. Surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. This is in relation to that Strength card. You're lacking in confidence, that Leo energy, that warmth energy. You're lacking that you feel like you may not be able to do this even on your own. That could be it as well. Some of you are looking for a mentor, some sort of guidance. That's why you're looking for a message, with the divine, the occult, the universe, a message in the stars. And it's like you can take a more practical route if you would feel like to do so, to read some books, be diligent in that aspect. Okay? Your fears are getting the best of you. That's the overall message from this. Your fears are getting the best of you about a decision and the choice you want to make for your destiny, that it is holding you back from this transformation. And surrender your desire to control people. Being over-controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. This is also the desire to control your own actions. Like if you want it to go a certain way, and that's that fixed energy. You want it to be this way and only this. So when things start coming in there and start messing up your path, you freak out and you're like, I can't do this any longer. And you put an end to it because these fears come in that you may, like the fears that you're like, well, I couldn't foresee this, so I didn't do this. It's like you won't be able to see everything. You can only plan for so much before you just got to go in and learn to be flexible and adaptable. That's that power of Capricorn in there. They know how to be flexible. They know how to adapt. They're quick on their feet. They know how to change the situation. You need to embrace that part, to learn that part of yourself and trust in your intuition and trust that you're doing things the best that you can. Okay. Bring in some more oracle. Find out what else Spirit would like you to know, what the universe would like you to know about these choices, this path you need to make. Do we have one? No? Okay. Okay. I'm seeing it from over here. We've got Clover, release your guilt. Oh my gosh, release your guilt over this decision. We even see flames and fire. Release yourself from this. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself so that you can move on. Oh, no, that's too many cards. Okay. I think we see a story unfolding here. We have released your guilt, and we see these flames here. Tree, let them go. This could be to a particular situation. This could be someone that you're trying to control as well. You may not think of it as such. You may not be thinking of it as it's somebody else. Maybe you're trying to also be that for somebody, making controls for like a situation. And it's like you can't control other people or what else they're going to do. You might be like, I'm waiting for someone else to make a decision. And the Knight of Swords, it could be a sibling. This is Gemini energy. Geminis can deal with someone who's very similar to you, who speaks the same way that you do, or that your communication is there. And you could be like, we're so similar. Why are they not making the situation? Why are they not talking about the situation the same way or seeing things your way? And it's like you can't do that. Maybe you did hurt them, and you need to seek for their forgiveness, but you need to also forgive yourself. Like I said, you're doing this out of compassion now. You're being more aware of it, and to let them go. And I also said siblings and family, because we have a tree in flames here, and sometimes that can be represented of a family tree. And then we have Phoenix. How's that for a happily ever after? Rising from the flames and taking control of your own story. What does it say on here? Once upon a time, it says on the book right there. So it's taking control of your own story, your own narrative, How's that for a happily ever after? I know she's just holding her hands up, but it also seems like someone who's flicking off the world, because you're like, you know what? This is my happy ever after. This is you, that Phoenix energy of that transformation. Let me get Little Fortune. A little bit of tea leaf fortune right here. And see with other little things that may be heading your way. Oh, we have all three right there. First one is boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. So that's always great. Money or property. It could be something that you win, something that is victorious. That's what you're waiting for this message heading your way. We have involvement with the law. It's a gavel. Oh my god, I'm going to say that all wrong now that I'm looking at the word. But it's involvement with the law. This could be leaning more to an inheritance. Maybe you feel guilty if you're getting this inheritance, but this is like, you know, maybe you feel undeserving of this money. And it's like, maybe you didn't have a great relationship with that person. But if it happens, it happens. Kind of like, what can you do with this? How can you transform your life? And then we have ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So this could be more of a business partner or dealing with a business. It could be the breakup of a business as well, since we have these other cards being present. But a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. This doesn't mean a yes, it could be like marriage. It could be, you know, having to forgive yourself to see, you know, trusting this intuition on a path of a marriage or just a relationship starting. But also it could be business, needing to start this business with another person, not letting your fears hold you back from that. Okay, hold on, let me grab. So we're going to end your reading with an affirmation, these words that can send you off on your way for your transformation, words that you need to hear right now. Let us see what the divine wants you to hear in this moment. That's too many cards. That is one card. Okay, that was pretty spot on. We have this one. Let's see if I can get it into focus. Camera, please. Stop embarrassing me. There we go. I accept what is out of my control and focus on what you can control. Beautiful. Perfect. I love that. You know, it's focusing on your own power. Like I said, it kind of falls from a place of, again, you feel like outside forces are impacting your decisions, even if that's for another person, before you can act. And it's like the cards are like, no, no. You can do this. You may feel guilty. You're like, I feel like I'm taking control of the situation. Take control of yourself and your own actions and what it is best for you. Treat yourself with that kindness, that grace, that love, you know, that compassion, so that you can feel success, that you don't feel overburdened, okay? Be your own knight in shining armor in this case, okay? Thank you so much for being here, pile number 3 or card number 3. I truly do appreciate it. Please drop me a comment. Let me know if this resonated with you, what you learned from it, what you didn't learn, all that good stuff, so I can better improve my style of reading. If you did like this reading and it resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend, share it on some socials, and subscribe to the channel, of course, if you really do like this. Okay, thank you again. I truly do appreciate it, and I'm wishing you all the best with your transformation, your journey, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.